Respected friends, the whole world is engaged in its own duties. Let us also engage in our duty of doing 7 sadhanas more vigorously, deeply, intensely. We are given the whole support by the Lord. Holding that support strongly is our discretion, our intelligence, our duty, our choice. Very sacred, divine sadhana 7 of reminding of the truth we are doing here, not less than any sadhana in the world. If one recognizes it, one will be sincere, serious, and regular. Here we are to do our Vedic chanting, mantra dhyanam, common sense thought, Shanti and Guru mantras, Sankalpa for the entire universal good, Upanishad mantra ucharana, and studying the Upanishad with Shri Adi Shankara Bhashyam deeply for understanding and getting inspiration. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, last sixth chapter, the mantras 2021, so important, powerful. We'll be doing the 21 today and we'll start with 20th today, start with the 21. यथा शर्मवदाकाशं वेष्टयिष्यन्ति मानवाः तदा देवमविज्ञाय दुःखस्यान्तो भविष्यति. Thoroughly understood should inspire every moment only for one sadhana of knowing the reality. Till we know reality, there is no dukkha anta. So, till the reality is known, we have to do sadhana. To continuously do sadhana, we have to remember that we have to do sadhana. And for that, the shloka, the bhashya has to be always in our heart. That's how a Vedanti, wise Vedanti understands. Let us do all of that. To begin with, first one, as we told yesterday, ki individually within us, we have at the body level too, the Shatrus acting like the bacteria, etc., known or unknown, knowingly or unknowingly, they trouble us. At the senses level, at the mind level, at the intellect level, so many Shatrus we have to conquer to sustain ourselves and then take up and do what we have to do to achieve what we have to achieve. Outside also we have the Shatrus in so many forms. The Prakriti can act sometimes, the human beings can act, the situations can be, the things can be. ये सब हमको सताते हैं. Many of them consciously also do. So our finances, somebody loots. Our job, somebody takes away. Our freedom, somebody takes away. Our peace of mind, somebody takes away. Our friends, some people take away. Isn't it? These are all Bhayankara Shatrus. Not even one Shatru should be there in our life. At large, to our own community, to our own society, to our own Hindu, Sanatana Dharma, Vaidika Hindava Samskriti. Even our own constitution is a Shatru. To us, in the Hindus, it's weakening us, it should strengthen us, no, as a Hindus. The nation is Hindu nation, but that is a weakness, isn't it? वो भी हमारे लिए है. We have to see in that way. That's it. It has got so many other beautiful things required, done. But in this regard, the Shatrus, for the entire nation, the foreign countries and all, individuals, so many ways the Shatrus. So they are continuously acting to trouble, destroy us as an individual, as total. We also from our side have to invoke all the Devata Shaktis through upasanas and pujas, mainly to protect ourselves, and when it is required to protect us, take up any step. May these Devatas help us. That's why yesterday I said is a very, very important, necessary mantra sukta of 8 mantras to be chanted every day. 8 mantras are there for the sake of one's own protection and the destruction of all negative, and the protection of the entire nation, universe, dharma, We go up to the universal level. There are so many Shatrus acting for the universal disturbance also, knowingly, unknowingly. There are some acting to destroy the Prakriti out of their selfishness. जो कोई भी व्यष्टि समष्टि के भीतर बाहर का शांति समतुल्यता को बिगाड़ते हैं वो सारे शत्रु हैं. Knowingly or unknowingly they do, or arrogantly they do. They have to be subdued, conquered, controlled, taught a lesson, eliminated mainly. So this is the Sukta. Om Atharvana. Yesterday we taught you. Today only we'll chant it. It is 8 mantras. 3 times we'll chant. Om Atha Veda Parayanam Atharvana Vedantargata Shatru Nivaranartham Sviya Rakshanartham Yagne Viniyojita Mantraha Avichara Karma Mantraha ॐ द्यावा पृथिवी उर्वन्तरिक्षं क्षेत्रस्य पत्न्युरुगायोद्भुतः उतान्तरिक्षमुरुवातगोपं त इह तप्यन्तां मयि तप्यमाने इदं देवाः शृणुतये यज्ञियास्थ भरद्वाजो मह्यमुक्तानि शंसदि पाशेन बद्धो दुरिते नियुज्यतां यो अस्माकं मन इदं हिनस्ति इदमिन्द्र शृणुहि सोमपयत्वा हृदा शोचताजो हवीमि पृच्छामि तङ्कुलिशे नेव वृक्षं यो अस्माकं मन इदं हिनस्ति अशीतिभिस्तिसृभिः सामगेभिरादित्येभिर्वसुभिरङ्गिरोभिः इष्टापूर्तमवतु नः पितॄणाममुं ददेहरसा दैव्येन द्यावा पृथिवी अनुमादीधीतां विश्वे देवासो अनुमारभध्वम् अंगिरसः पितरः सोम्यासः पापमार्चत्व अपकामस्य कर्ता अतीव यो मरुतो मन्यते नो ब्रह्मवायो निन्दिशत् क्रियमाणं तपोंसि तस्मै वृजिनानि वस्तु नः सन्तु ब्रह्मद्विषं द्यौरभिसन्तपाति सप्त प्राणान् अष्टौ मन्यस्तांस्ते पृच्छामि ब्रह्मणा अया यमस्य साधनमग्निदूतो अलङ्कृतः आदधामि ते पदं समिद्धे जातवेदसि अग्निः शरीरं वेवेष्ट्वनुम् असुं वागपि गच्छतु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Again. ॐ द्यावा पृथिवी उर्वन्तरिक्षं क्षेत्रस्य पत्न्युरुगायोद्भुतः उतान्तरिक्षमुरुवातगोपं त इह तप्यन्तां मयि तप्यमाने इदं देवाः शृणुतये यज्ञियास्थ भरद्वाजो मह्यमुक्तानि शंसदि पाशे स बद्धो दुरिते नियुज्यताम् यो अस्माकं मन इदं हिनस्ति इदमिन्द्र शृणुहि सोमपयत्वा हृदा शोचताजो हवीमि पृच्छामि तङ्कुलिशेनेव वृक्षं यो अस्माकं मन इदं हिनस्ति अशीतिभिस्तिसृभिः सामगेभिरादित्येभिर्वसुभिरङ्गिरोभिः इष्टापूर्तमवतु नः पितॄणाममुम् आमुं ददे हरसा दैव्येन द्यावा पृथिवी अनुमादीधीतां विश्वे देवासो अनुमारभध्वम् अंगिरसः पितरः सोम्यासः पापमार्चत्वपकामस्य कर्ता Sorry. अतीव यो मरुतो मन्यते नो ब्रह्मवायो निन्दिशत् क्रियमाणं तपोंसि तस्मै वृजिनानि सन्तु ब्रह्मद्विषं द्यौरभि सन्तपाति सप्त प्राणानष्टौ मन्यस्तांस्ते पृच्छामि ब्रह्मणा अयायमस्य साधनमग्निदूतो अलङ्कृतः आदधामि ते पदं समिद्धे जातवेदसे अग्निः शरीरं वेवेष्ट्वसंवागपि गच्छतु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Once more. नारायण. ॐ द्यावा पृथिवी उर्वन्तरिक्षं क्षेत्रस्य पत्न्युरुगायोद्भुतः उतान्तरिक्षमुरुवात गोपं त इह तस्प्यन्तां मयि तप्यमाने इदं देवाः शृणुतये यज्ञियास्थ भरद्वाजो मह्यमुक्तानि शंसदे पाशे स बद्धो दुरिते नियुज्यतां यो अस्माकं मन इदं हिनस्ति इदमिन्द्रशृणुहि सोमपयत्वा हृदा शोचताजो हवीमि पृच्छामि तं कुलिशेनेव वृक्षं यो अस्माकं मन इदं हिनस्ति अशीतिभिस्तिसृभिः सामगैर्विरादित्यैर्वसुभिरङ्गिरोभिः इष्टापूर्तमवतु नः पितॄणाममुं ददेहरसा दैव्येन द्यावा पृथिवी अनुमादिधीतां विश्वे देवासो अनुमारभद्वम् अंगिरसः पितरः सोम्यासः पापमार्चत्वपकामस्य कर्ता अतीव यो मरुतो मन्यते नो ब्रह्मवायो निन्दिशत्क्रियमाणं तपोंसि तस्मै वृजिनानि सन्तु ब्रह्मद्विषं द्यौरभिसन्तपाति सप्त प्राणा नष्टौ मन्यस्तांस्ते पृच्छामि ब्रह्मणा अयायमस्य साधनमग्निदोतो अलङ्कृतः आदधामि ते पदं समिद्धे जातवेदसे अग्निशरीरं वेवेष्टसंवागविगच्छतु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Let us chant two more times. It's a small one. While doing this, all the devatas of this Suktham, who are they? Dyava Prithvi, Antariksha, Indra, Aditya, Vasu, Angirasa, Piturdeva, Somyasa, then Brahmadeva, Yamasadhana Deva, all pray that all the inner and outer Shatrus be fully eliminated. Whatever the yajnas, upasanas, you make me know, I will do them. At this moment, some upasanas every day I am doing. May these be received in reciprocation. I am made free from all these enemies and may I be empowered, strengthened to do my sadhana and seva. In this bhava, you be while chanting this mantra. Yesterday I told you meaning of every mantra. Om Dyava Prathivi Urvantariksham Kshetrasya Patnyurugayodbhudaha Utantariksham Gopam Iha Tapyanta Mai Tapyamane Idan Devaha Shrunutaye Yagniyastha Bharadvajo Mahyamuktani Shamsadi Pashe Sabaddo Durite Niyujyatam Yo Asmakam Mana Idam Hinasti इदमिन्द्रशृणुहि सोमपयत्वा हृदा शोचताजो हवीमि पृच्छामि तङ्कुलिशेनेव वृक्षं यो अस्माकं मन इदं हिनस्ति अशीतिभिस्तिसृभिः सामगैर्विरादित्यैर्वसुभिरङ्गिरोभिः इष्टापूर्तमवतु नः पितॄणाममुं ददेहरसा दैव्येन द्यावा पृथिवी अनुमादिधीतां विश्वे देवासो अनुमारभद्वम् अंगिरसः पितरः सोम्यासः पापं मार्चत्वपकामस्य कर्ता अतीव यो मरुतो मन्यते नो ब्रह्मवायो निन्दिशत्क्रियमाणम् तपोंसि तस्मै वृजिनानि सन्तु ब्रह्मद्विषं द्यौरभिसन्धपाति सप्त प्राणा नष्टो मन्यस्तांस्ते पृच्छामि ब्रह्मणा अयायमस्य साधनमग्निदूतो अलङ्कृतः आदधामि ते पदं समिद्धे जातवेदसे अग्निशरीरं वेवेष्टसंवागभिगच्छतु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. लास्ट टाइम ॐ द्यावा पृथिवी उर्वन्तरिक्षं क्षेत्रस्य पत्न्युर्गायोद्भुदः उतान्तरिक्षमुरुवात गोपं त इह तप्यन्तां मयि तप्यमाने इदं देवाः शृणुतये यज्ञियास्तभरद्वाजो मह्यमुक्तानि शंसति पाशे स बद्धो दुरिते नियुज्यतां यो अस्माकं मन इदं हिनस्ति इदमिन्द्रशृणुहि सोमपयत्वा हृदा शोचताजो हवीमि पृच्छामि तं कुलिशेनेव वृक्षं यो अस्माकं मन इदं हिनस्ति अशीतिभिस्तिसृभिः सामगैर्विरादित्यैर्वसुभिरङ्गिरोभिः इष्टापूर्तमवतु नः पितॄणामामुं ददेहरसा दैव्येन द्यावा पृथिवी अनुमादिधीतां विश्वे देवासो अनुमारभद्वम् अंगिरसः पितरः सोम्यासः पापमार्चत्वपकामस्य कर्ता अतीवयो मरुतो मन्यते नो ब्रह्मवायो निन्दिशत्क्रियमाणं तवंशदस्मै वृजिनानि सन्तु ब्रह्मद्विषं द्यौरभिसन्तपाति सप्त प्राणानष्टौ मन्यस्तांस्ते वृश्चामि ब्रह्मणा अयायमस्य साधनमग्निदूतो अलङ्कृतः आदधामि ते पदं समिद्धे जातवेदसि अग्निशरीरं वेवेष्टसुं वागपि गच्छतु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Yes, we have done, we have invoked, and याद रखें all these spiritual sadhanas of every type are continuous processes. You can't say कि एक दिन कर लिया और the फल आएगा और result will come, or result has not come therefore I'll stop today. ये नहीं चलता. It's a continuous process for lives. Be fixed in the mind regarding this aspect. That the sadhanas, spirituality ke, all of them have to be continuously continued. Okay, friends, in our second Dhyana Purvaka Mantrocharana, continuing our Vedic mantras, Gayatri mantras rather, Devi Gayatri mantras we are doing. Today we will do the Kaumari Devi Gayatri mantra. The Kaumari Devi is one of the Saptamatrukas, expression of Durga Devi only. So, the Chamundi, Kaumari, Varahi, all these seven of the Matrukas we know. So, Kaumari is the one of the seven Matruka Shaktis, whose power also needed by us for our own sadhanas. In other words, the Kaumari Shaktis, the Kumara Bhagavan's Shakti. Like this Vaishnavi, Narasimhi, Kaumari. Also, Kumara Bhagavan Shakti is Kaumari. Vaishnavi Shakti, Vishnu Shakti is Vaishnavi. Nrsimha Shakti is Narasimhi. Varaha Bhagavan Avatara Shakti time is the Varahi. This is how these are all Shaktis of those Devatas. So this Kaumari Shakti is the Kumara Swami, the Subramanya, the Kartikeya Bhagavan's Shakti Rupini. And who is he? He is Senanena Maham Skandaha. He is the Deva Sena. The Sainyadhyaksha of the Devatas. So the two things of the leadership qualities and all Shaktis with him. To eliminate the enemies, etc. are there. So this Kaumari Shakti also, Mata, we pray her to empower us. Yesterday also it was the Shakti Gayatri only. To empower us, to give us all the good followership qualities in the beginning, to follow our Guru Shastras and reach to a substantial level, then give us the leadership qualities, because anytime the world needs proper leaders, which are few in number, followers are many. If nobody to lead, then followers get distracted, or they won't get that joy. If those some proper leaders are there and they are able to tune or inspire the followers, together wonderful things can be done. So the leadership qualities and the Shaktis, may the Mother Kaumari bestow upon us so that we are able to follow our leaders, the good noble ones. Our Rishi Munis are the only leaders, avatars. Then we ourselves become such powerful sadhaka, jnani leaders to lead others on the path, righteous, path, ultimate truth. Okay. Now, the Kaumari Gayatri also Vidmahe. We know you, O Mother, you are Adipara Shakti, you are Brahma Swarupini only. We know when we worship you, you bless us, you are kind, compassionate. That Shraddha in the kindness and compassion of the Devatas must strengthen day in and day out. Vidmahe Karti Dhimahi, we worship you, we offer all oblations to in the Yajnadi. We also meditate on you. We reach to our single pointed meditation on you, Dhimahi. Then we have all positive, noble intentions. Empower us in achieving all of them. Even if we are negative, remove them and put us on positive. Prachodhanam means that also. Prachodhanam is empowering intellect. One of the important empowerment of intellect is to shift our orientation life from the negative to positive. So may the Mother Kaumari do the prachodhanam in our life of our adhyatmic sadhana and serving the world. So what is the mantra? Ki Om Chiki Dhajayai Vidmahe. Chiki or Shiki, here it is Chiki given, we'll say Chiki Dhajayai. Means she or her Dhwaja has got the Shiki or Chiki called as Mayura, the more, the peacock. So Chiki Dhwajayai Vidmahe, then Shakti Hastayai cha Dhimahi. She has got the powerful Shakti Ayudha in her hands. Tanno Kaumari Prachodayat. Okay. Hmm. तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् शिखिध्वजायै शक्तिहस्तायै कौमारी ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात् ओम शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात्. So the Shikhidvaja word has come, keep it. You know, it is also Shikhidvaja, but we said it as Shikhidvaja. So both are same. शिखिध्वजायै विद्महे शक्तिहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नः कौमारी प्रचोदयात्. ओम कौमारी स्वरूपिणी श्रीमात्रे नमः. तव चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि. समस्त शक्तिन् प्रदेहि प्रदेहि प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ. आत्मानुभव साधनां प्रति प्रचोदनं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा अनुक्षणम अनुनित्यम. Yes, that's how sanctify the mind, apply the application every day to the divinity, and wait for the things to come. And what is there to wait? Already we are wise, we have resources, we know the knowledge. Let us do what we have to do. Engage oneself. Okay. Now, two things we have done: Vedic chanting, mantra dhyanam. Our third topic of common sense thought. Krishna Vasudeva. Hmm. Hmm. Eight things. Set of two, 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 four. Four twos are eight. Okay. The entire universal beings are going through, knowingly or unknowingly, are supposed to go through knowingly. More so are the human beings. Directly focus on human beings, you and I. What are the four sets of things? Eight things. Be attentive. Important thought today. First set is what? The prayatna nirantara for jnana prapti and then shakti prapti. The obtainment of knowledge and then the obtainment of the power shakti. Continuously as a human being for our evolution, we have to focus on this. When we talk about Jnana Prapti, both the Jnanas here, the Adhyatmika Tattva Jnana Prapti, is totally a Nivritti Marga Yukta Jnanam about the Paramatma through the Upanishads and all that. So too, the Jnana includes the knowledge about the world. To the extent it is required, we can protect ourselves, we can serve the world too. For a highly evolved spiritual person, his presence itself is protection. More than that, he doesn't bother about it. It is Ishvara Leela, individuals think. But some kind compassionate ones come down and serve. So for that, the jnana required. So go on increasing our tattva jnanam as well as the jagatika jnanam. Jnana prapti prayatna nirantar. Okay. Wherever we are fail, we didn't have jnanam there. The jnana has to be improved. Second is the Shakti Prapti. Various Shaktis that are there required in life to grow ahead. You know, so many Shaktis. इच्छा शक्ति क्रिया शक्ति ज्ञान शक्ति वाला शक्ति होगा या देहेंद्र प्राण मनोबुद्धि आदि शक्ति इट कैन बी और धन शक्ति जन शक्ति राजकीय शक्ति whatever all the plenty of shaktis are there. Okay, wherever these two are not there, we don't succeed in life. So wherever, whenever somebody is not successful, it is lacking of these two, and only to hint at that you put efforts to gain both of them. Empower in these two, individually ourselves and the society. The society will always be stable. Hundreds of examples you take, isn't it? Anybody, a youngster, typical example in today's or every time India में तो होता ही है. A youngster of 18, 19, 20, 22 years. How many crores are there in India as unemployed? करोड़ों में है बेचारे भटक रहे भटक रहे भटक रहे नौकरी नहीं मिल now little better than earlier times है ना because the options are more पहले नहीं होता था जब एम्प्लॉयमेंट एक्सचेंज में या some place now तो thousands and thousands of businesses and variety of things have happened therefore if somebody is ready to work harder there is some job at least to be alive survive is there. So if some youngster is not getting the job, meaning is what? He is lacking in his jnanam. So he has to improve his jnanam. That jnanam can be a particular skill in which can fetch him the employment and the food. Anything it can be. अपने औकात, अपने ability, अपना availability के अनुसार. He'll have to increase his jnanam. It can be anything. You start a fruit shop. And then you start anyway, you start a small little, in the grocery shop. छोटा छोटा ज्ञान आपको होना चाहिए करने के लिए isn't it skills of so many types even tire scooter puncture ठीक करना भी सीख लो तो you get employment isn't it if somebody is unemployed means he is good for nothing as regards his knowledge is concerned he has to gain it of course the government has to empower everyone in this one or the other skill government also is made up of human beings understand their own limitations their fears. There are so many other things that they have to sustain in power. The opposition is troubling them, the international things. बेचारा हर बार हर चीज सरकार के ऊपर मत डालो, वो भी ह्यूमन बींग्स होते, isn't it? Individually, we ourselves have to become the jnana prapti. Okay. Then second one is that youngster has to gain his shakti also. He'll have to become powerful also. He has to become powerful in his physical shakti. He'll have to become powerful in his moral shakti, in ethical shakti, his mental shakti, intellectual shakti. Isn't it? If the shaktis are not there, powers, then work won't happen. Sometimes the talking shakti is required. If somebody is able to talk well, then he can do lot of those jobs. He can be a marketing person, sales person. इतने सारे हैं देखो. So keep on increasing the jnanam, knowledge. Keep on increasing the shakti, the power. Okay. The Shaktis come through Upasanas also. Daiviya Anugrahas also. The Shaktis come. Mm. For us also in spirituality, if we are not progressing means what? Our Jnanam is zero. बट मैं क्लास आ रहा हूँ, बस उतना ही आ रहे हो, इतना ही हो रहा है, सुन नहीं रहे हो, समझ नहीं रहे हो, अपने ज्ञान बढ़ाना है, ऐसा अकल नहीं है. जैसे थे वैसे ही हमें भी. Don't cry. You try to study at home and write down whatever the lessons you have learned, then the jnana will increase. So too, the Shakti is required. The physical Shakti has to be conserved, you know, and it has to be increased also. Many other Shaktis, even for the sadhana, required. The Shakti of patience, perseverance, the Shakti of Sankalpa, that I must go to class means I must, that's it. We need to have those Sankalpa Shaktis, ityadi, as an Adhyatmika sadhaka. So the Jnanam and Shakti are one set of things. Okay. Then the second set of thing is impurity and purity. These are the two things. Impurity and purity. What is impurity? Is where we are selfish, that is impurity. Where we are arrogant, that is impurity. Where we have all the biasnesses in us called as raga dvesha, that is impurity. Therefore, for the sake of my own selfish personal gains, I am ready to do anything to the world around, even to the extent of misusing or abusing or destroying the Bhagavan as well as the what do you call his beautiful world. That thought itself is impurity. Apavitrata, impurity. There's always struggle within us about this too. What is there in us? Is this impurity do we have? And what is positivity, purity the other side? Exactly opposite of it. I am egoless, which is a very basic thing which we miss throughout the life. I am selfless. I am ready to sacrifice myself for the world or the total. I am the devotee of the Lord. I am there to promote or to talk about the Lord, not against Him. All those things are called purities. As we said just now, the characters, the purities, the ethics, the values. These are the two things. Again, there is continuous thing. That some places we are told to be having this purity, but the entire other place we see impurity alone is prevailing. And whoever is impure appearing to be succeeding in the life, to be in good position in the life. No, hota nahi ho. In the total scheme of the world, that doesn't work. So the aspects of purity and impurities, the intentional impurities. है ना, जब मेरे को जरूरत है तभी जाकर आई विल टॉक टू यू. Selfish. I don't inquire. Or when others come to ask me for help, I just outrightly reject without knowing. Listen to that person. Tell your limitation also. This much I can do. More than that, I can't. Don't ask. Tell him plainly. But have the pure purity to the core. So, jnana, ajnana, shakti, ashakti. So, to purity or impurity is a two sets of things. Isn't it? At the spiritual level, the impurities are The living at the level of upadhis, identifying with them, working only for them, not going toward the self. Only towards the self going is called as the spiritual purity, pavitrata. Ah, because everything jada is apavitra, everything nashwara is apavitra. Why apavitra? Because it gives dukkha. So, purity, impurity. In the world, the impurities are already we told. The ignoble intentions, the destructive intentions. The set of pure and impure are the other two. They are all prevailing in the world. In any period of the time, among these sets, whichever is predominant, the world will be like that. है ना, पूरा जगत अज्ञानियों से भरा है तो उसका कॉन्सिक्वेंस भयंकर होता है. एंड इट इज फुल ऑफ ऑल द पीपल ऑफ अशक्ति, energyless, powerless, no sapidity at all. Then that society, that nation, that time universe will not grow. Like you see some countries, some countries I don't name them. There the leaders से लेकर human being तक किसी को ज्ञान ही नहीं है. And therefore they don't have any shaktis also. Therefore, at such a downtrodden level, they are there. Some countries are there, some communities are there, some societies are there. Jnana rahityam, shakti rahityam. Lack of them. Second is pavitrata and apavitrata. Third set is obvious. Consequence of it. That when I have ignorance also, I have no shakti also, then I am impure in my intentions and all, my actions will be negative. The third set is the negative action and positive actions. On the other hand, I have full knowledge, wisdom, jnanam, and all the shaktis I have, and I am very pure in my intentions, isn't it? Then I will do good actions only in the world. Both world may be spiritual, may be आप add कर लो. So acting negatively, acting badly, good positively. That is the third set of two things. इसमें क्या है? Very important one. I have jnanam, I have shakti, but I have what do you call? Heart is impure of mine. My heart is impure. Then I will act negatively. Therefore, the purity becomes, that's why, the basic thing. Without the purity of heart, all my jnanam, all my shakti, I will use only for my destruction and the world's destruction. How many people are there so intelligent, so wise, the terrorists? बहुत ज्ञान होता है उनको. Alertness, jnanam, all of that. Shakti भी है, but they only use for destruction. How many politicians or businessmen are there? Jnana and Shakti, but the heart is impure. Therefore, instead of serving, they destroy. The kings, many a times, they misuse their Jnana and their Shakti and then trouble the country like anything. Even though there are some countries, some kings that are there who suppress their subjects with all their power and knowledge because heart is impure. कितने प्रजा राजाओं के द्वारा दुखी किए गए, isn't it? Therefore, having knowledge, having Shakti is so much important. Along with that, our heart has to become very, very pure. And the one who has got Jnana and Shakti but impure heart misuses it in the destruction of the society or dharma and all. He is typically, technically called as Rakshasa. जिसके पास ज्ञान है, शक्ति है, लेकिन हार्ट इम्प्योर है, therefore he destroys all the good in the world. He is Rakshas. Opposite, great jnanam, great shakti, but heart is most pure. Therefore, always in the noble good activities, he is called Devata. In me only, the Devata bhi hai, Rakshas. Potentially, whom we have to promote is our discretion. Whom we have to strengthen, it is our decision. So the three sets are Jnanam and Shakti. Then that again two sets, Jnanam and Ajnanam, Shakti and Ashakti. Second one, the pure intentions or impurities, Pavitrata and Apavitrata. Then obviously the Satkarma and Dushkarma. Third set. Jnanam, Shakti, Pavitrata or Pavitrata, then Satkarma and Dushkarma. Third set. Then the big subject, that Satkarma, Dushkarma, the Kayika, Vachika, Manasika, Audyogika, everywhere there is karmas, Dushkarma. You know? If somebody's heart is impure, that he wants a lot of money in a shortcut way, his knowledge and resources he will use only in adulterating the food to get the money. In today's world, people are very much jnani, lot of Shakti they have, but impurity. Therefore, cheating the world, how much with freedom and licentiousness. Whether you call them the cyber crimes that are done in, or people, the fraudsters, they starting so many ventures and cheating the people. Masses, mein, you know, the whatever they may be, I don't know examples of them, but they are all there. The land scam, land grabbers are there. और घर दिलाएंगे के पैसे खाने वाले हैं, लोन दिलाएंगे करके गोल्ड खाने वाले हैं. You know, even no, not that all people are happy. Goody goody. Many they are suffering because of the cheatings done by the Jnana and Shaktiman people. Of course, they also have some of their impurities, negativities, but still, this is a terrible thing of the whole world. Every country goes through it. You and I, as the ones who are understanding life at large, bigger way than others, we have to contribute positively only. So, Dushkarma and Satkarma. Obviously, the result is what? Dushkarma phala is always dukkha, Satkarma phala is always sukha. Okay? Remember, already the result of the actions done are set in motion. It's called as prarabdha. That's why that is what is seen. What Dushkarma one does, its result definitely comes. It may take some time. What positive Satkarma done, its result also definitely going to come, maybe little late. Because the prarabdha is going on now already, isn't it? आप कोई होटल बिजी है इसमें, कोई आके बैठकर तुरंत ऑर्डर दिया, तुरंत सप्लाई नहीं होता. इट इज नोटेड बिकॉज ऑलरेडी द ऑर्डर्स आर गिवन बाय अदर्स. वो बनकर जब वो सारे तवा कढ़ाई खाली होता है, फिर इसके लिए जो चाहिए बनाते. इन द सेम वे, already the individual total prarabdha is set in motion. So what we do, good or bad, it will take time, but definitely the result comes. And the result of good always is sukha. Result of bad always is dukkha. There's no alternative. There's no change of it. It's not a any what are the human beings who can change their mind as an opportunist. Bhagwan doesn't change the rules. तो चलो कुछ समय के लिए जो बैड कर रहे हैं उसको खुश करते हैं, जो गुड करते हैं उसको दुखी, ऐसा नहीं होता. It is not that way. That which makes us happy in its true sense is called good action. Miserable is called as bad action. So, Sukha and Dukkha is one set of things. Satkarma and Dushkarma are second set of things. Pavitrata and Apavitrata third set. Then Jnanam and Shakti are the fourth set. उसमें फिर Shakti and Ashakti, Jnanam and Ajnanam. Never study, never comes Jnanam, remain always Ajnani. Continuously study, you go on having Jnanam. So to conserve the energies, create the energies, you are Shaktishali. Only misuse all the Shaktis, then you are without Shakti. Jnana is there, but Shakti is not there, useless. Shakti is there, Jnana is not there, useless. Jnana and Shakti are there, but the heart is impure, then also it's useless. Jnana is there, Shakti is there, heart is pure. Then if the noble activities are not undertaken and performed, then that also useless. After doing all of that, still we have to wait for the results because something is already in the process. So be wise about all these things, keep in mind, and then see what we can do for our own selves to begin with. Isn't it? We should increase our Shaktis, divine Shaktis, then we should increase our knowledge, the divine knowledge. In only one noble intention for us, I won't tell you 10 things. Realize the self and make others too. मुक्त होकर सबको मुक्त करो. बाकी सारे चीजें जितना भी आप करो फिर से वो बैक टू स्क्वायर वन हो जाते. This is what you and I, the students of Upanishads, have to be convinced and try only with that. Then have the strength to tell others also. Nanyapanta vidyate ainaya, nanyapanta vidyate ainaya, dukkasyanto gacchati, and also ashantasya kuta sugam. Every day we are bombarded that other. Then Paramatma Jnana, there is no moksha. अब हमको इतना कॉन्फिडेंस अब तक आना चाहिए एंड डू साधना while doing sadhana only do the prachara also. Our only one mission outside do dharma, inside do parama dharma. बस यही इसी का हमारा प्रचार होगा. स्वधर्म पारमार्थिक धर्म. And one day paramarthik dharma alone becomes swadharma. At that time swadharma also is given up. That's called sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraj. Think about our spirituality should not become an excuse for our laziness and we give up our swadharma. That is wrong. Keep on doing swadharma and doing paramadharma. When the paramadharma intensity grows, need grows, convictions grow, then we can see in the world itself, in the life itself, the swadharma भी कम होते जाते हैं. The biggest कम होना स्वधर्म का क्या है? Even to maintain ourselves, the Lord appoints someone. We need not even worry about food and clothing and all. That's the meaning of yoga kshema maha. You know, the saints and sages, कोई ना कोई भोजन भिक्षा देते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि they are in the मामेकम शरणम रजा स्थिति. Therefore, भगवान yoga kshema maha में he does it. They are not worried. Ishvara will take care. But that is not an excuse. I am busy in serving the Lord. I am busy in the spreading of the knowledge of truth through the Shastras. I am also busy in doing my sadhana and I have minimum things required for maintenance, which is very easy for anybody to provide. So I need not worry. उन दिनों में साधु संत 24 घंटे ध्यान में रहते हैं. जब भूख लगी गए थोड़ा भिक्षा मांग ली, जो मिला हो गया. कुछ नहीं मिला कहीं, then they go and have water that day and they continue their sadhana. कोई बहुत ज्यादा भूख है तो वो पत्ते वत्ते खा लेंगे, बस फूल खाएंगे. They are not worried that much. इस तरह लाइफ होता है. So what are the four sets? ज्ञानम एंड शक्ति, अपवित्रता एंड पवित्रता, दुष्कर्म एंड सत्कर्म, एंड दुष्फलाद दुख एंड सत्फलाद सुख, बंधन एंड मोक्ष. दुख इज बंधन, सुख इज मोक्ष, एंड परमानेंट वन. एंड दिस कैन बी एट द हाईएस्ट लेवल स्पिरिचुअल में भी सोच सकते हैं, इवन इन द सोसाइटी आल्सो. What a government should do in it all processes, make everybody educated, jnani, give everybody the required shaktis, and see to it that they are grown in the positivity, in the pavitrata. ऐसा education shall start होना है ना. शुद्ध हृदय पवित्रता अभियान, ये total department should be there. They should, with all the knowledge of Shastras, go every school and college and offices, private firms, everywhere and tell them about the impurities and how we do the sins because of them and how it affects individually totally. The purities, and with that how we can be a very good asset and ourselves also grow. ये करना पड़ता है, isn't it? नहीं तो फिर the individuals, when they are impure in their heart, they collectively create calamity to the universe, which is what is called Kali Yuga. जिनके हृदय पूरा अपवित्र है वो कलयुग कहते हैं. जिस समय ज्यादा लोगों के हृदय अपवित्र है, दैट्स कॉल्ड कलयुग. राइट नाउ ओनली लुक इनटू आवर ओन हार्ट्स. कितनी अपवित्रता है. एट वन लेवल अपवित्र इज फॉर द अर्थ काम सेक ट्रबलिंग द वर्ल्ड. दैट इज अपवित्रता. एट हायर लेवल द अपवित्रता इज seeking artha and kama itself is apavitra. No, we have to seek only dharma and moksha. That's it. Highest level में. At higher level में even dharma भी गोली मारो, only parama dharma. That's the purest thing. A pure-hearted soul with all his maturity seeks only the eternal. Somebody is seeking ephemeral means he is Ajnani and impure. Vichara, nahi pata. Thank you. Om, Om, Om Sahana Vavatu. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubihi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. ओम करुणावरुणालय पालय माम् ओम ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूल पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक ऐन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारमवेयं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहं। पारायणं षष्ठोऽध्यायः। We have seen yesterday up to 6, 7, 8, 9. Om Tamishwaranam Paramam Maheshwaram Tam Devatanam Paramam Chadaivatam Patim Patinam Paramam Parastat Vidama Devam Bhuvanesha Medyam Natasya Karyam Karanancha Vidyate Natat Samaschabhyadikascha Drushyate Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate स्वाभाविकी ज्ञानबलक्रिया च न तस्य कश्चित् पतिरस्ति लोके न चेशिता नैव च तस्य लिङ्गम् सकारणं करणाधिपाधिपः न चास्य कश्चित् जनिता न चाधिपः। Chanting also is done. Now in the study, again chant 2 times this mantra. Om, mantra number 20. यदा चर्मवदाकाशं वेष्टयिष्यन्ति मानवाः तदा देवमविज्ञाय दुःखस्यान्तो भविष्यति। यदा चर्मवदाकाशं वेष्टयिष्यन्ति मानवाः तदा देवमविज्ञाय दुःखस्यान्तो भविष्यति। This is so simply said. The such a powerful truth it is, isn't it? For an impure hearted, it demoralizes him. But a pure hearted, sufficiently, relatively, to him this is the highest inspiration, highest motivation this shloka is. What is the highest motivation is what? That there is an end of all dukkhas possible. That is the highest motivation. First you have to ask how. The answer is Devam Gnatva. This is the highest motivation. Otherwise, either out of our pessimistic thought we say, my dukkhas are not ending, not ending, not ending. Or with all wisdom and efforts, we are putting efforts, we are avoiding dukkhas, but this dukkha is going away, something else is coming. That will be endless. All dukkhas anta will have only when the Devam Gnatva, when the reality self is known. See the information, inspiration, motivation, सबसे important है ना clarity. And this he is saying, the Rishi, after explaining to us the glory of the reality right from beginning. If you have truly, sincerely followed everything, we get convinced by now about this point. So without knowing the Devam, one can never have the end of the dukkhas. Therefore, when one knows the self, all the dukkhas will end. So know the self, establishing the reality substrate, isn't it? In today's Kali Yuga, people are the Bhautikavadis. They are all Bahirmukhi. They are the Dehatmavadi. They are all Indriyatma, Manoatmavadi. Most of them. Therefore, their words are powerful. Because the words and things are powerful, not necessarily it is true. In Kali Yuga, Dhatte Dhairyam tu Yodhiman. The one who strongly talks, he appears to be intelligent. No. Truth doesn't depend on all these things. Truth stands on its own. And the truth is, the knowing of self alone is liberation. Because everything other than the self is the cause of bondage. So how much time it took for you and I of studying Shastras to be able to receive this sentence that anything other than the self, the anatma, that is the hetu of all the dukkha. What was said in that one? Ki atma ajnana nimittatvat samsarasya. Atma ajnana leads to the tadatmya with the anatma and all the drama giving us the dukkha called samsara. So tada devam avijnaya dukkhasya antaha bhavish. Now, straight away entering into second paragraph in which first the negative thing is told, bondage hetu. Second, the positive thing is told, the sadhana for moksha. Bandhana hetu we have already seen yesterday. The moksha sadhana, if we study, that will be done in this sloka. Very, very important. Listen. Ki yavat, so long as Paramatmanam, the supreme reality, Atmatvena, as my own self, na janati, one doesn't know, tavat, till that time, identified with anatma dopadis, tapatraya abhibhutaha, overpowered by the adi bhautika, adi devika, adhyatmika, adi tapas, makaradi biriva, like the crocodile, etc., ragadi bihi, with his own minds, whims, fancies, and emotions. So, itastataha krishyamanaha, pulled here and there, be pulled here and there through the various karmas that jiva goes through. Preta tiriyang manushyadi yonishu. He goes on getting different shariras and identify with shariras, and in that living for sharira sukha and having the dukkha of the shariras, old age, mrityu, all of that. So preta tiriyang manushyadi yonishu aja eva, though he is absolute reality, yet living that or forgetting that is essential self, identifying with that deva pitra manushyadi shariras, jiva bhavam apanna. So who is jiva therefore? Sopadika. Paramatma is jiva. So jiva bhavam apanna. Then once he gets the jiva bhava by identifying with the upadhis, momuhyamanaha is so much into the delusion. Thereafter, that is thinking of intellect, is emotions of the mind, is actions of the vani and the body, all of them are only to eke out through the upadhis as a jiva, the sukha in the outer world of objects. That's called momuhyamana. He is deluded. Yeah, this is not real. This is only projected. The reality is something else, somewhere else. He will never even listen to that. That knowledge appears to be bitter. That knowledge appears to be unwanted. Don't you see in this world today how many attend to this Tattva Jnana giving Upanishads? Who are interested? Mumukhyamana. So many so-called spiritual oriented people also. They use this spiritual practices only again for the Bhautika Jivana Sukha only as a Jiva. Very few are there who are blossomed, that who live nothing but reality, who teach nothing but reality, nothing but the truth, nothing but the self. Huh? And I don't want to waste my time in talking about that. That I want to live life as a Upadhyukta Jiva Sukhi, therefore I promote that only in the world. And Babaji, he wants to be famous as Babaji. Therefore, he promotes only those things by which he becomes so. A pujari, उनको क्या है? He'll have to be comfortable and all. Therefore, he will do only those sankalpas in which people's comforts, etc., grosser, are answered or invoked. I'm just giving main two examples. They extend them to the whole world. आत्मज्ञान से ही मोक्ष है, कोई जानता नहीं, कोई जानना नहीं चाहता, कोई करना नहीं चाहता. You and I luckily every day getting bombarded by this knowledge. Surely if we continue some more days it may take, then Atma Tattva Prapti eva our lakshya. That position will come. And any day we stop listening to Vedanta Upanishads again, we also become Jiva Bhavamapannaha, Mumuhyamanaha, Preta Tiryang Manushadyonishu, Itastataha Brahmemanaha. We will be there. छोड़ दो तत्व शास्त्र सुनना, मोक्ष शास्त्र सुनना. MAT you listen all the other shastras. Then they tell you this उपासना करो, इससे वो पैसे मिलेंगे, वो सुख मिलेगा, वो स्वस्थता मिलेगा. अरे anybody can tell you कि स्वस्थता मिलेगा. Can anybody say that you will live eternally with the body? Even if one lives body say eternally, but it's only limited sukha, no? Aupadika. Think about it. It is never comparable to the nirupadika Brahma Sukha. अधिष्ठान ब्रह्म सुख से कंपेयर करो तो ऑल द उपाधिक सुख आर वेरी लेस. दैट इज व्हाई इन तैत्तिरीय आदि उपनिषद सो एग्जॉस्टिवली इट इज टोल्ड. दो बातें देखो. ब्रह्मदेव longevity wise, how long is his age? So big, no? Then the facilities wise, how much he has got? He is Brahmadeva. All Shaktis are his. Every Brahmanda, whole Brahmanda is his. Yet his Ananda also is compared as a wave of waters in the banks of the ocean lashing at the stones there, compared to the Parabrahmananda, which is like the oceanic water. समुद्र का जल इज ब्रह्म आनंद, परब्रह्मानंद. समुद्र का जल का एक लहर जो किनारे पे लगता है वो ब्रह्म देवास आनंद. आनंद with all his long life as well as all his powers and abilities. Then if that Brahmadeva is not realizing Amramasmi, he will be dismissed from that. Then he will be definitely Dukhi only. Because only for one Mahakalpa time, he will be given that position. Extension nahi hota, somebody else. The whole Brahmanda will dissolve. That's why in Gita, आप ब्रह्म भुवना लोकाः पुनरावर्तिनः मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते. Punarjanma means taking birth as jiva, identifying with the upadhis. Punarjanma na vidyate means we don't again condition as a jiva with the upadhi. We know our nirupadhika brahmaswarup. So in this way, mumuhyamanaha samsarati. Underline this. I am jiva, these are upadhis, to them I have to give sukha, further this and that I do, but I may do this, but to that karma what phala has to come, the samashti decides. It's called Ishvara. Then samsarati. हो गया ये वाला नेगेटिव. याद रख लो इसको फिर से. टिल आई डोंट नो माई सेल्फ एज द रियल सेल्फ. ओके, टिल दैट टाइम overpowered by the tapatrayas to get rid of them, having the ragadvesha within me, doing all such karmas, preta tiryang yoni, I go on wandering, maintaining my jiva bhava continuously in that delusion only to seek happiness through the jiva bhava upadhis, that I continuously suffer. That's called samsara. अब इस तरफ आ ही नहीं रहा बंदा रियल मोक्ष मार्ग की तरफ. अब क्या कहें बताओ. दिस अ नेगेटिव पिक्चर. द पॉजिटिव वन, यदा when punaha somehow for whatever the reasons, the general reasons are lot of punya karmas done, lot of upasanas done without apeksha of any phala, had somehow served some ऋषि मुनि महात्मास and they have done the blessings कि ये आध्यात्मिक बने, ये मोक्ष मार्ग में चले. The rishi gurus does the sankalpa, not for everyone, those who are inclined or those who are fit, है ना. लाइक ये पंडित जी आशीर्वाद देते ना, धन प्राप्ति रस्तु, कनक प्राप्ति रस्तु. They use it, their shakti, to bless us. The sadhu santa mukta purushas, the jnani is blessed, moksha prapti rastu, and that's only through the self. Yada punah means whenever all any of such things happen, as a result of which When one realizes the self, then he is no more in delusion, no more in samsara. Here, the lakshanas of the self are told. That self one has to realize. They are all the indicative definitions. Yada punaha, punaha means contrast to the earlier picture of mumuhyamanaha samsarati, in samsara deluded. Contrast to that is what? Yada punaha apurvam. Paramatma is called apurva. Apurva means there is nobody before him or there is no cause for him. Because if something has a cause, it is an effect. Effect ends one day. Therefore, is apurva means is causeless. Therefore, is eternal. Apurvam is causeless, beginningless, endless, etc. Apurvam. Then next word is anaparam. Anaparam means two meanings. Who doesn't end also, and there is nobody para other than him. Anaparam means there is nothing other than him, nor the end of him, nor when you say apurva means causeless, anaparam is the opposite of it, effectless. Means he is neither caused by anything, nor he is causing anything. So he is neither karya nor karana, karya karana vilakshana. So apurvam anapara means karya karana vilakshana. You see, to digest this thought, how much we have to go through Mandukya Upanishad. But एक बार वो digest हो जाता है ना ये knowledge, that there is a status of substratum, the reality neither comes from anything, if it has no cause, nor it becomes cause that something comes out of it, then what? That alone was, is, and will be there at all times and places, and that is me. When this clicks, then all the mental hallucinations, expectations, or the other side, the fears, all of them go away. There's only one reality, I am that Brahman. These are all the Dehadi, looking solid but not real. Yesterday we already saw, no? In Yoga Vashtama Ramayana, for a Maha only, the whole Jagat, including his own Shariradi, are Vajra Samana real. But for a Jnani, there's nothing but Siddhakash. Where is the world? All is pure Brahman only. That's why Brahma Jnana को strength करो कि सब कुछ ब्रह्म ही है और ये जगत मिथ्या है, ये ज्ञान को समझो, strengthen करो, so that our longing as well as fear for the jagat is not there, and our identity, therefore eternality happens. Identity with the reality and the experience of bliss happens. Second one, apurvam anaparam. Third one, neti neti ityadi lakshanam. Okay. Paramatma in our Bradaranyakadi are told to be realized, is told to be realized by the sadhana neti neti. Ah, big definitions come there. Now I don't quote all of them. Neti neti means not this, not this, not this. Neti 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 neti. It has got so many interpretations to make, explanations. Okay. For example, first Paramatma's Lakshanas are told. He is Satswarupa. Sat means which is always in the three periods of time. Therefore, whichever is not there in all three periods of time, it is Asat. Therefore, it is not Paramatma. Therefore, it is not. Na iti means, therefore, that which is not there in all three periods of time, it is not Paramatma, rejected. Neti means that one. The rejection paddhati we follow because self is already there. Self I am already there. I am not able to know it because of my value, importance, attention given to that which is not self, though it's projected. So that has to be rejected by neti neti. When with neti neti, whatever is rejectable is rejected. What remains is non-rejectable. That is me. So Sat Swarupena Visa. So to Chit Swarupena. Paramatma is Chit. Other than Paramatma Chit, everything is Jada. Therefore, Jada is not Paramatma. Therefore, everything which you see as Jada, Neti Neti, you go on rejecting it. Then we reach to a point, all the Jada is rejected. Then what remains is only Chaitanya Paramatma. So to Paramatma is Ananta. Therefore, anything other than Ananta Paramatma is Santa, that is not Paramatma. Therefore, every Santa which is conditioned by Deshakala Vastu is not Paramatma. Go on rejecting, 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 rejecting. So to Paramatma is Akhanda, Paramatma is Ananda Swarupa. These are all the things of Paramatma told. Anything other than him is told to be rejected, then we reach to him. This is one way. Other way, subjectively. Subjectively also, Paramatma is said to be Aham. So anything which can be seen as Idam, not Paramatma. Anything which can be seen is Idam, not Aham. Aham is Paramatma. Therefore, Neti Neti means, so Deham is known by me. So known is not me because knower cannot be known. Therefore, Deham Naham Asmi, Naham Dehosmi. Indriyas Naham Indriyosmi. Because it is known, I am the knower. Knower cannot become known. So in this way, Neti Neti kehte hai, all the upadhis which can be anatmofied when they are rejected, then non-rejectable self is experienced inside. That's how the Neti Neti works. So too I am Sakshi, I am Drashta. That's the nature of self. So anything seen by the Sakshi or Drashta is not self. Reject all of that. When that's rejected, the Sakshitva, Drashtrutva also is not required. Then what remains? That pure self, which is Sakshi when everything is happening, is realized. Sakshi is not the reality. Sakshi is a sadhana, a intermediate state of ours to reject the world and go near to the self. The Sakshi ka bhavana हमको करना पड़ता है. When Paramatma is one without second, who is there to see whom? Sakshita, Drashtata are not permanent. Shuddha Chaitanya is permanent. In whom there is nothing called as witness, nor the witness do. Not required. Right now, to reject the world, we do Sakshi Bhavana. Sakshi also a Bhavana, a thought only. Then we have to inquire the nature of that Sakshi. Then he Chitswarupa. That is I am. That is liberation. So, Yada Punaha Apurvam Anaparam. Then, Neti Neti Ti Adi Lakshanam. Three things we told you. Then, Ashanayadi Asamsprishtam, which was already discussed in the beginning. The one who is not touched by the Lakshanas of the Upadhi. In the pure self, Jara Roga, Ashana Pipasa, Shoka Moha, Jnana, Ajnana, Kartrutva, Bhoktrutva. In the pure self, they are not there. Wherever they are there, they belong to Jiva. He is the one who is suffering because of them. When all these are rejected, Jiva Bhava is not there. Then the self which is bereft of all this is experienced. That is called moksha. Think, think, think. So Asanayadi, Asamsprishtam. Then Anudita, Anastamita, Jnana Atmana Avastitam. That also said. Self is always established as the pure knowledge, which is not the coming and going knowledge. That Anudita Anastamita Jnana is pure Chaitanya only. Chaitanya is always there. And when the Udaya Astamaya of the Jnanas are happening. In the broader sense, Udayam of the Jnanam is Jagrata and Sapna. Astama of the Jnanam is called Sushupti. So Anudita, Anastamita, Jnana Atmanavastita means established as that pure consciousness which never rises, never sets like Jagrata and Sapna or Sushupti Avastas, and which are illuminated by this Chaitanya Atma. Because I am there as consciousness, that I am able to see the Jagrata, Sapna, Sushupti. And identify with them, then I become Ishwadaya Prajna, put together is called Jiva. Then few more words are used, Purna Anandam, then Param Atmanam, the infinite bliss, and Paramatmanam, Atmatvena Sakshat Janat. When he knows that self as his own self, tada, then Nirasta Ajnana Tatkaryaha, from him all the ignorance and its effects go away, Purna Ananda Bhavati, then he realizes his infinite blissful state. Then three slokas, 2.5 slokas of Gita, sixth, fifth chapter are quoted. The last two, three words are ever explained करके वो दो श्लोकास we'll see tomorrow. Om 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 पूर्णमदः श्रुति मात्रे नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Okay.